Just rip it apart the best you can. Hey, what's up everyone? We have the TSE GPX 2021.5 two-stroke 250 that we are assembling today. Haven't read any instructions because there aren't any. Looked for a YouTube video and there weren't any.
Let's see how the handle gets on. Woo!
So we're gonna try to assemble this today in the dark. Right before Christmas. What you could see when you unbox it, you just take the plastics off. We got a nice box. In my box, all the oil spilled out, which was wonderful. Good thing they didn't have any instructions in here because they would have been covered in grease or oil. You got this stuff. I don't know, that's missing. Hopefully that's not very important. What I'm impressed is this is toolbox, which is totally great because I don't even have a toolkit.
And keys to start the motor.
That's right. We both get our sets of keys. And yeah, no instructions. So we're gonna try to do this on the fly. All right, right or not, we got a socket, Allen wrench, this little thing. We're gonna take these off so we can put the handlebar on. And then I assume I could plug everything else in. This was part of the crate, nice support. Had it on the back of the truck.
Yep.
Pretty light. Put that somewhere else, please.
Oh.
And yeah, we're gonna try to do this.
It's broke.
Sober tonight.
No,
Skylar, what happened to that socket I was just using? How do I get it if it's under here?
I don't know.
Ugh. What do I do? Taking off was a lot easier than putting this thing on. We already lost the socket. It's on the bike somewhere. But a nice, they got this thing. It's not one of those sweet ratcheting ones, but hey, it will do. It doesn't have a torque value, so we're just gonna really crank them down here. I wasn't sure the position of this thing. I don't know if people put them like back at all. I'm a pretty tall guy, not to brag, I'm like 6 foot, so I figured I would just put them straight up. Your little helper starts taking the plastic off. You could just start your way around counterclockwise around the bike, plugging things in. Thought I would do the clutch.
I'm only helping because I love you.
That's a good reason to help. Thank you. That and Mama needs some alone time. So we'll just hand twist these off. Oh, that's good. Nope, we gotta do both of them. Can't just do one. Flip it around. Okay, I just went online to see if I could download the PDF of the install, and I couldn't. I made an account, couldn't download it on my phone for some reason. So I had to scroll through the pictures to find where this goes. I slid on the end of the bar and I realized, oh, there's like a little index pin here. Wasn't sure if that gets torqued down, but there's 2 screws right there that I undid. And then just looking at the bike, there's the index hole for the pin. That's something. So, little visual indicator just has it slide on like that. And then you torque it, and I guess you screw it down. Just make sure those little wires don't get pinched when you're screwing it down by hand. All right, now that we're back on track, we're gonna do the clutch lever. Pretty straightforward. These 2 screws. I kept having this whole thing's like floating on me, right? So I just had these bars horizontal with this bar, the best I could. And then I'll try to get this vertical up with the bike whenever I get it standing. Great, now our productivity just got decreased by half as we move towards throttle. That just slides on there loosely. And this, not too sure where this is gonna go. I think just like that. And then, what else? What am I missing? Am I missing this? Ah, brake lever, front brake lever. Floating around here somewhere. This is what confused me the first time, right? Thinking this is the clutch. No, I should have known. They got all these nice visual indicators. Where is that visual indicator? So,
You gotta take off the flash when I'm making holes.
there's all my tools. Anyways, so you got the up and the forward. That's how you know it goes here. In case you're wondering what this is. It just goes on front and forward. Probably skipping a step, but we remove this. Put it in there. Watch it drain. It says when it drains halfway, you can puncture it. And I don't know, I feel like it's not draining super fast. Battery acid mixed up. We take off this bolt and this bolt. Slide it out. Small rat nest of cables. This goes in like that. I already did it because it took me a while. It was really confusing, man. There's positive coming out this way, connects to this side. Negative coming out this way, connect to that side. I tried swapping it because you know you got the cords up here. It just didn't. I don't know. It wasn't really reaching. I got it to work if just rerouting it this way. Can't imagine it's very particular. But seat goes back on once it's all through. Now we are almost ready to put the front wheel on. I like how stable all this stuff is. Oh, thought that would work. Is that not gonna work? Nope. Dang it. I don't know what this stuff is, but it is. Cut my fingers on it too many times tonight. Okay, we'll come back to that. Prepping for the front wheel. Your brake, you'll have to take that out, but don't press it afterwards. Brake lock, back that screw up, so you're good to go. Take off this front bright cap with this tool. And then maybe get someone to help you lift the bike up so you could slide this out without damaging it. Maybe you could do it by yourself. We'll see. Oh my God. Okay, so I turned mine sideways to get this pin out, but can you believe it? It was fine until I moved it, and then that snapped off. Okay, but this is pretty much coming out. So it was. Just gotta be able to hold it, push it down. Okay, that was not super easy doing it by yourself, but it just took a minute. If you didn't want to snap your shield thing on, I would suggest putting a couple blocks underneath it. And then that pin just slides in and out real easily. Couple turns with this thing until you're not able to. The brake, you're gonna have to get that in there whenever it's convenient. Probably the next thing we'll do. I gotta loosen these, tighten this back up. Okay, to go over the brake assembly, I haven't really done that yet. You put a bolt through here, up at the top. You take out that little plastic spacer. You put the wheel on, and then you put the other bolt through here after you get done installing this. Now, when I first did it, I did it wrong. It just fits really naturally like this, but in reality, you want to line up this magnet here to where that sensor is, and that's gonna, every time that passes, it's gonna tell you your speed. So just do that and then thread it through that hole. There's a lot of play in where this goes. So just find the magnet and align it like that, and that will give you what you need. All right, we're back. It's the next day. I have the battery on a trickle charger. Important to do. I stretched those on, make the front. Now we're gonna undo these bolts, plug that thing. Okay, I think I'm getting ready to ride it. We still have the battery on the charger. I have yet to mix the gas. They gave us some gas mix. I made sure that the transmission fluid was in there. See it filling up? Bike is level. That should be about right. I just unscrewed the coolant cap, filled it, I don't know, about up to here with coolant. Wasn't sure. I assume it's gonna start getting pumped through the bike and I might need to check that again. Oh, don't touch that. Still trickle charger. Already regretting putting that on first. Had to take it off to get this back. Quick break in the video. We had no gas to mix. Okay, so now for the 2-stroke mix. This is what came with the bike. That's milliliters. I just also had this because I didn't know it came with it. Ounces, 2 gallons, 8 ounces. They say 25 to 50 to 1 ratio mix. So that's pretty much 8 ounces of this for every 2 gallons of gas. Oh, hard to see. This is my gas collection kit in the corner of the garage. What do you think? Right next to the wood drying, we got the Still 2-stroke oil there. The new Dirtback 2-stroke, and then the lawnmower. So I got the bike in order. The charger was nice, brought me up to about there. Kind of an idiot, took me a second to figure out this is the off position. It says fuel. Turned it on, heard it go through this. I'm not super, I don't really know what to do here, but that's what's going on. Ran it, worked fine, turned it off. Again, gas leak, looks like. Looks like somewhere in the carbs it is leaking. So I don't know what to do with that. I think I could tuck it up here a little bit. I don't know, how's that look? Tuck it out of the way. I got gas coming out of one of these pipes. Also make sure when you start, choke. It goes up. Warm up, goes down. Why do I have gas coming out of my bike? Well, let's try it again to see if that continues to happen. I don't even have the seat on. I haven't even rode it around. Okay, so I had a fun weekend riding it. Some things that I learned on the bike. The front end assembly right here, killing it. It does, you gotta pop it back, don't forget, because sometimes you'll be like, oh, it's not starting. It's just this. It's been starting every single time on the first time. When you have this activated, I did get the speedometer working, that little magnet retraction worked great. Been getting about half battery there, and it's charged up to the 4th. It hasn't gone to the full 16 volts, but I don't think this is really a 16 volt battery. Other thing, there's a check engine light and a neutral light. I'm not sure, haven't got the neutral light to work. Don't know if that is, I do know that it's a common wire assembly, so I think that's the same one for all the bikes. So that might just be one of those things. Also, it cycles through a little bit for your trip, your speed, that's good to know. This was flopping around on me the first time. I threw a Panduit down here, and that really helped. Still didn't hook up any of the blinkers or mirrors. I figured I would break them off the first run, but didn't drop the bike. Handled really well. Sounds great. 2-strokes are new to me. The speed was bumping up and down was great. Yeah, brake lights worked. Headlights were great. Had a fun time. I tucked the fuel line up and it never came back down. No problems running with the choke up. I looked over the bike. I didn't do any Loctite or anything, and it worked great. Ooh, also another thing I didn't realize, but I was wondering what that is. That's for your kickstand. You kick that up, pop it up. It worked great. I actually didn't even use it because I didn't know that is what that was for. And the kickstand never came down when I was riding it. Got through a lot of puddles. When I was playing around with the seat, I did have a hard time lining that hole back up. I think I ruined the bowl I was using, so be careful about stripping. I did strip that, and then this handlebar assembly, I couldn't get it to go in straight. I mean, for the life of me, it doesn't go in straight. So I screwed that up too. Oh, another thing. I've taken this off twice now, and the rubberized lock thing here just peels off. As you can see, it's just barely hanging on. They threw a bunch of panduits in, so that could easily fix that. But just something to note when taking that off, be very careful. Also, I still have, some of the plastics still haven't, the wrapping, I didn't take all of them off, so it looks a little off, but the headlights work great.